What happens when a god is just too wild, even for heaven? We often think of gods as serene, wise, and all-powerful beings, but the pantheons of ancient mythology are filled with figures who were anything but calm. Meet Susanoo no Mikoto, the Japanese god of storms and the sea. He wasn't evil, not in the way we usually think of it. He was just uncontrollable. Imagine this: Susanoo is born from the nose of the creator god Izanagi. Sounds strange, right? Well, his birth was just the beginning of his wild journey. While his sister, the sun goddess Amaterasu, took to ruling the heavens with grace, and his brother, Tsukuyomi, ruled the night, Susanoo was given dominion over the seas. But he wasn't happy. He missed his mother, Izanami, who was in the underworld, and his grief was so immense that it manifested as destructive storms. He cried and raged, causing mountains to wither and rivers to dry up. His wailing was so loud and disruptive that it literally shook the foundations of the world. His father, Izanagi, finally had enough. Annoyed by his son's endless tantrum, he banished Susanoo from the heavens. But before leaving, Susanoo decided to pay a visit to his sister, Amaterasu. You'd think this would be a nice family farewell, but you'd be wrong. Susanoo's idea of a visit was to cause absolute chaos. He rampaged through her celestial rice fields, flayed a sacred horse, and committed other outrageous acts that deeply offended the heavenly gods. Amaterasu, terrified and humiliated by her brother's behavior, hid herself away in a cave, plunging the entire world into darkness. The other gods had to come up with a clever plan just to lure her out. After this cosmic disaster, Susanoo was officially kicked out of heaven and exiled to the earthly realm of Izuma. You might think this is where his story ends, a disgraced god left to wander the earth. But this is where his path to redemption begins. On Earth, he encountered a grieving elderly couple and their daughter. They told him that every year, a monstrous, eight-headed, eight-tailed serpent, the Yamada no Orochi, would come and devour one of their daughters. This year, their last daughter, Kushinada Hime, was next. Seeing their despair, Susanoo, the wild storm god, felt a stir of heroism. He offered to slay the beast in exchange for their daughter's hand in marriage. They agreed, and Susanoo came up with a brilliant plan. He had the family brew 8 giant vats of super strong sake and place them behind 8 gates. When the monstrous serpent arrived, it couldn't resist the smell. Each of its 8 heads dipped into a vat and drank greedily until the beast was completely drunk and passed out. With the serpent helpless, Susanoo drew his sword and, one by one, chopped off all 8 heads, then sliced its body to pieces. As he cut into one of the serpent's tails, his blade struck something hard. Inside, he found a magnificent sword, the Kusanagi no Tsurugi, or the cross-cutting sword. This legendary blade would become one of the 3 imperial regalia of Japan, a symbol of the emperor's divine right to rule. So the wild, uncontrollable storm god became a hero, a dragon slayer, and the ancestor of a line of earthly rulers. Susanoo's story shows that even the most chaotic forces can find purpose and redemption. He went from a cosmic problem child to a legendary hero. What a journey, right? There are so many epic tales like this hidden in world mythology. If you want to hear more about legendary battles, divine drama, and mythical heroes, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next legend.